What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video, I'm going to do a penetration test with my 416 Ruger elephant gun, and we're going to try to see if I can penetrate through a solid concrete block and then hit these water jugs behind it. And basically what I'm trying to do is simulate shooting at a concrete block wall, a solid block wall. If, let's say, you were hiding behind a solid concrete block wall and somebody was shooting at you with an elephant gun, would you be safe? So this is going to simulate our concrete block wall. This is a solid 4x8 by 16 inch concrete block, and I have two of them here. And I got these 1 gallon water jugs stacked up behind it. So I just want to show you guys how wide this block is. So 7.5 inches wide, or 7.5 inches thick. We're going to shoot just like that. So this elephant gun is going to have to pass through 7.5 inches of solid concrete before possibly hitting these water jugs. So what do you guys think? Do you think that the elephant gun is going to penetrate through 7.5 inches of concrete and then hit these water jugs? What do you think? So let me just show you guys the rifle and ammo I'm going to use in this test. What I've actually done is I kind of spaced the water jugs a little bit behind the concrete blocks, so this way if these blocks break apart, we don't get a false positive from the block breaking one of these bottles from the kinetic energy, the force of the block shattering and hitting one of these. So I spaced them back like 2 or 3 inches so we don't get a false positive. Alright guys, so the rifle I'm going to be using is my Ruger M77 Hawkeye guide gun. It's got a 20-inch barrel. Check this out. I got these night sights on here. And these were made by Tooltech Gun Sight. And this is a 416 Ruger. Okay, so the 416 Ruger is very similar to the 416 Rigby. It can push a 400 grain bullet at 2,400 feet per second and generate 5,100 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. And I have chronographed these loads out of this 20-inch barrel Ruger guide gun, and I can confirm that I do get 5,100 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. And so this is the round I'm going to be using. This is a Hornady DGS, Dangerous Game Solid, 400 grain steel jacketed bullet, and it's leaving the muzzle at 2,400 feet per second, generating 5,100 foot-pounds of muzzle energy. And this is the deepest penetrating 416 Ruger round that I've tested. I was able to penetrate through a 24-inch diameter solid oak log with this round and 26 pieces of Douglas fir 2x10 framing lumber, which is about 36 inches of wood. So it's a monster. So let's see if we can penetrate through that concrete block and hit the water jugs. What do you guys think? And the scope on here is an Athlon Midas BTR Gen 2 1:6 power scope. So let's see what happens, guys. Do you think you would be safe if you were hiding behind a solid concrete block wall and somebody was shooting at you with an elephant gun? Let's see what happens. All right, guys. Elephant gun 416 Ruger versus 7.5 inch thick solid concrete block. And it looks like it did not damage the water bottles here. You can see all these water bottles are intact. Okay, they're not leaking any water out. So you can see that there's nothing wrong with these water bottles. Here's another one. You can see the paper got messed up, but it's not leaking any water. But I want to just show you guys all the chunks here. The elephant gun just completely destroyed the solid concrete block. I was aiming for the top one, so the bottom one is still perfectly intact, but look at all this debris here. Check this out. It just totally annihilated that 7.5 inch thick concrete block, guys. Look at how wide this block is compared to my hand. Absolutely insane. And we got all this concrete here. Little debris. Look at all these chunks here. You can see the chunks landed a couple of feet away. Check that out. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chunks, and they all landed a few feet away. So that elephant gun hit this block with authority, smashed through it. So I want to just show you guys up close what the elephant gun did. So here we have the remnants of the block, and you can see that's where the bullet hit because it's a little bit lighter color. All right, you can see the bullet basically made it like halfway through, and then where it went after that, I have no idea. Probably just veered off to the side or something like that. All right, but it looks like it made it about halfway through. So I'm gonna find some of these other blocks and we're gonna try to reconstruct what happened. So, all right, guys, so I was able to reconstruct this block here. I collected some of the chunks, and I think what happened was I hit over here, and the energy of the bullet just broke these pieces away, and these 1, 2, 3 pieces just blew away. But check that out, guys. Look at the destruction. Just completely annihilated this solid concrete block. It's absolutely impressive. So check that out. You can see the bullet went in and it hit over here, and then it just blew apart these chunks here, and they just went to the back. But check that out, guys. That is just absolutely crazy. Look at that. Just totally annihilated. Absolutely crazy. And it looks like we might have an exit hole here. You see this? Maybe it went in and maybe this is where it came out. But I'm surprised that it didn't damage the water bottles. Yeah, it looks like that's what happened. I'm looking closer at these blocks. It looks like it came in, busted up this area, and it looks like it came out the back here. But I'm surprised it didn't damage these water bottles. So, pretty interesting results, guys. See if we could see any marks from the bullet. No marks from the bullet. So, if you were hiding behind a solid concrete block wall, would you be safe from an elephant gun? Possibly, but more than likely you would probably get hit And the first 1 or 2 shots from the elephant gun or any rifle of similar power, any cartridge with similar power, would just annihilate the blocks, and then subsequent shots would go through. So it wouldn't take that many shots to break up the concrete wall. But check that out, guys. That is just absolutely crazy. I can't believe how it just totally annihilated this block. Look at that. Absolutely insane. So that's pretty much it for this one. If you want to see more of my 416 Ruger elephant gun videos, I'll leave a link in the top right corner of this video to my 416 Ruger playlist, and I'll also leave a link to my penetration and ballistics tests playlist, where you can see all of my penetration tests. Take care. May God bless you. May God bless America. And don't forget the 3 Ps: prepare, practice, and persevere.